Hello, hello, you beautiful soul. Ooh, love is in the air. It's unconditional. It's never ending. It's infinite. It is. It just is. Okay, so this message is not going to be for everybody. This is going to be probably for like a handful of people, and you will know that this message is for you because it will hit. Okay, maybe not every single word, but the energy behind it you will understand. And wow, this is for a real deal connection. This is not for anybody who has been projecting their fantasies and their delusions onto random people that they've never met. Okay, this is a message for a collective of souls who have made genuine connections with real people, have actually heard their voice, know their soul signature, can recognize them, have seen them probably in dreams or visions. Okay, so this person, this connection that you've had, it was like in the beginning there were two people that aligned themselves with themselves. Okay, these two people were looking for the truth, right? And seeking the truth, seeking their clarity of their inner knowing, right? Because Spirit was showing me a couple who were already on their spiritual paths and deeply devoted and dedicated to serving Spirit and the all that is. And so it's like I wasn't getting this like fake spiritualist, spirituality for dummies energy. It was like these are very highly advanced souls who collided and sparked major activations within their own fields and in the grid, like Gaia's grid and all of this stuff. So Spirit was showing me that somebody that you have wanted to work with is seeing you more clearly. Okay, I was getting this vibe, and this might not apply to everybody as far as like 3D work, but you're at least doing astral work together. But I was getting a lot of the 3D work because that is actually so important when it comes to the integration of all of this stuff, right? It's like actually anchoring these things, these frequencies, these codes into the 3D, right? So what I was getting is that there is a person that you wanted to work with, right? And it could have been a little bit tainted by distortion within the field, right? And this is going to be within both of your fields, and you would have mirrored this back and forth to each other, right? And so I was getting like lust energies most, but it could be other distortion within the field, but I was feeling mostly lust because there's so much lust, lust traps, and especially like spiritual fuckboys, okay? Pardon my French, but I'm sure there's spiritual fuck girls out there too. You know, the people who will find any avenue in which they can, get whatever it is that their carnal body is trying to get. So, I was getting this like you guys met and were activated but attracted to each other physically. And so both of you might be like really attractive people naturally, or you're just naturally attracted to one another. Like it was just natural. It was like chemistry or something, whatever. Just your natural wiring. You're just like, yep, I like it like that. This is the vibe I was getting. But at the same time, it was like you do honor each other's gifts and abilities, right? Like you truly honor each other's paths and missions and stuff like this. And so Spirit was showing me that both of you guys are so dedicated to your mission, and that you, the viewer, was the one who probably initiated like the romantic context that of the connection, right? Like maybe you guys were whatever, or like you gave this person like, you know, a little eye, or was like, hey, I'm feeling you, or whatever, you know, and this person's like, whoa, pump the brakes, hold on a second, you know. Things just aren't right yet. And this is where Spirit was showing me like nervous system regulation was so important. It was so a huge part of the journey, because you have to learn to work through these energy surges, because this connection isn't just a normal, you know, like connection. This isn't something that you can forget, is what I was getting. This is unforgettable. This is undeniable. This is unmatched. So the triggering, the lack of validation from this other person is exactly what you needed to recalibrate, to learn to regulate within yourself, to learn to trust yourself, to learn to step fully into your truest, authentic self. And it was actually by your free will, right? And by your desire to align and to be authentic and to follow your soul, that you stayed consistent and were able to reach that 0 point energy. Like you have been able to ground and regulate and stabilize into God consciousness and hold it. Like you have been holding the field. And that is why there was a shift. That was the whole point. Oh, almost dropped my papers. That was the whole point that Spirit was sharing with me, is like, ooh, like you did it. You flipped the script, like reverse Uno on this person, because you finally started to pour all of that love into yourself and stopped leaking it out. You learned to contain yourself. And by doing that, by choosing yourself, by choosing to contain your sacred life force energy, it actually benefited this connection, right? Because you weren't just doing it for you, you were doing it for this other person. But Spirit was telling me, like, you guys have activated major codes, dormant DNA. This is like cellular activation. And one, Spirit wanted me to say that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything, right? All you do at this point moving forward is just hold that field, right? Hold that harmonic field and allow this other person to stabilize. Because whatever you have done it so well, and you've been able to maintain it so well that this person is equally able to hold this harmonic field, right? And so I was seeing like the harmony of the two fields, right, coming together. The two fields coming together. I actually saw that in my meditation this morning. Was the Merkaba activation, right? And you guys have been going through this. I know you have done it within yourself, had your own inner union stuff going on, your own, activating your Merkaba and astral traveling, doing all the things, right? You've been doing it on your own. You've been consistent. And that is what has shifted everything. And now this person can't unsee, unknow, unfeel what is the truth. And you're a boss. Like you're a boss. I hope you understand this. I was also seeing in my meditation this morning, I was seeing Shakti and Shiva being one of the same, you know, it was like two faces of the same coin. You guys are two faces of the same coin, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't, and when I say do anything, like you don't have to like bug this person or mess with this person while they're recalibrating. You just know that if you feel like the fog has lifted and you feel like an energy has shifted and you're looking for confirmation, right? Not a call to action, but simply a confirmation to continue to do what you're doing, then here it is. Here it is. If you feel that there has been a shift, if you feel like you have been able to maintain your stability and stay rooted in your knowing, then congratulations. Okay? Because I know with this last like eclipse and like moon energies, you guys, the cosmic weather has been crazy. And so it's so it's like with all this energy, we've had so many opportunities, like portals where we can move through, timeline jump, and like step into these new versions of ourselves where we have forgiven ourselves for not seeing ourselves, right? That was the hugest like blessing of this energy, was to see this other person see themselves, right? Like I could just see it. It was like both of you guys just seeing each other and not even doing anything, not even wanting anything out of each other, nothing like that. Like just simply being, right? And just coexisting and holding the grid, like holding and activating the grid. You're powerful, powerful grid workers, powerful healers and vessels of source energy. And the work that you have, whether you're doing it already in the physical or you are aligning yourself with this work here in the physical, either way, you had to be able to upgrade your body on a cellular level. You had to be able to upgrade your DNA and be able to regulate your body and your nervous system so you can do these works. So you can unlock the future. Spirit was showing me people with keys. Some of you, it's going to be a key and a lock situation where it's like there's a key and there's a lock and you two fit together. There's one key, there's one lock, and you, whatever you unlock will be exactly what you were destined to unlock and to create and to anchor in here. And then I was seeing also some where there is one doorway, one pathway, but it needed two keys to unlock it. Right? So there will be these beautiful reunions where these two keys will come together and fit perfectly into this door and unlock it and unlock a whole new path, right? Wow. Wow. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're needed. You're wanted and you're loved. And you are a champion for being able to master yourself and stabilize yourself and root yourself, right? It's like having God, you know, the crown and just the light being pillared through to you into the mother and just activating that. Like that is your focus right now. It's just holding that, right? So that whenever things do align physically, I'm just hearing it'll be easy. to do the work. The work will come naturally. The more you learn to flow, the more you learn to regulate, the more you learn to discern, the work will be easy. And it's making me think of that line where it's like, whenever you do the thing that you love, you never work a day in your life. You know, like work is work. You still have to put forth effort, right? But I'm feeling that there will be an ease and a flow when it comes to the amount of effort that goes into the work that you're doing, because it is just natural. It is encoded into you. And the more you step into that authenticity, the more you step into your original template, the more that we get to hold space for that, for the others that are ready to awaken and step into this energy. So, I don't know. You're amazing and you're beautiful and you're wanted. And I know that you feel it. And if you hadn't, you wouldn't have even watched this or clicked this video. So I love you. You're amazing. And I cannot say that enough. Like, seriously. I love you.